Have you ever been known by any name other than Frank Costello? Like Francesco Castiglia?
Castillo was a family name. My mother's name was Severio.
Don't you know?
His hands, he show what kind of cigarettes he smokes. What's this, a cigarette commercial?
A lot of foreign-born people, when they came to America, they used the family name. When I was growing up, I might have used it.
You're not using the English language when you say might have used them. Might have means nothing grammatically.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Holly, I'm not a college man like you.
You were a bootlegger, correct?
Yes, I was. Just about every person in this country who took a drink during those times was in business with me.
Take the fifth, you. Yeah. Frank, what's the matter with him?
I believe you're acquainted with a man named John Armento.
I am acquainted with him, yes.
Are you aware that John Armento was recently convicted of a narcotics conspiracy and is facing life in prison?
I haven't paid that much attention.
Talking about things he shouldn't be talking about.
You paid attention to the growing danger of narcotics in this country.
Hey, what are you, Stunat? What's the matter with you? Crazy. You don't get me all excited. I know. Here it is. Take the fifth. Take the fifth.
I paid enough attention to know that it's a low and filthy business that trades in misery and that we should rid ourselves of.
Coming out against drugs is very noble, Mr. Costello.
Upstanding citizen, Mr. Legitimate. Get the out of here.
But how do we rid ourselves of that other social vice? The one in which you
Miserable.
illegal gambling.
Well, to do that, Mr. Holly, you'd have to burn all the tracks, shoot all the horses.
You may think this is funny, Mr. Costello, but the two great enemies within our ranks today are criminals and communists. And I am
Yeah, never thieving bad.
They're the same thing, the same bunch of crooks.
Let me ask you,
All thieves.
Costello, why did you even want to be an American citizen?
Why? Well, because I love this country.
Why'd you want to become American citizen?
Lived up to all of your expectations.
No, but you were born here 15 generations ago. Their grandfathers and great-grandfathers and great-great-great-great-grandfathers, they were robbing way before we ever. They robbed everybody.
My grandfather
Now
dug
we're
the
sending it
subway.
all high and mighty.
You became a citizen. What have you done for this country?
I paid my tax.
Can you remember meeting Mayor William O'Dwyer at your apartment with some judges and the leaders of Tammany Hall?
Okay,
Here we go.
O'Dwyer.
O'Dwyer.
Oh, Frank, I can't believe it.
This would have been during the war.
I had a lot of people at the apartment.
When Mayor O'Dwyer was still the Brooklyn District Attorney? When he was prosecuting Albert Anastasia and Murder Incorporated? Was he at your apartment during that period?
They got him. They got him.
I'm sorry. Carson. Have a glass of water. I have a throat infection.
Go right ahead, sir.
You got a throat infection. You got a big mouth. That's why you're stuck. You don't know what to do with yourself.
We simply want to know, Mr. Costello, how many times Mayor O'Dwyer was at your apartment while he was still the Brooklyn District Attorney? Was it once, twice, 10 times? And most importantly, why was he there?
He can't get out of this. He can't get out.
Shut up, you stool-pigeon
He
bastard.
can't get out of that.
Were the meetings at your apartment to get O'Dwyer Tammany support for mayor and to get him to stop his prosecution of Albert Anastasia and Murder Incorporated, yes or no?
You don't know what the to do with yourself. What the are you doing? The fifth.
Yeah, he's in the crapper now. What you gonna do is right.
They got him.
He opened up the door, they storming in, these Protestant bastards.
Mr. Chairman, since my client volunteered to testify, could he return tomorrow to better answer all of your questions?
No. Mr. Chairman, in order to get at the truth, we need this witness to answer these questions now, while he is still under oath, and unable to refresh his memory with other potential witnesses.
The witness will continue.
How many times did you meet O'Dwyer at your apartment?
Mr. Chairman, I testify voluntarily. I would appreciate it if I could come back tomorrow when I'm feeling better.
You don't get to choose.
You don't get to choose. He's right.
Who volunteers? She's lost her mind.
No, you shouldn't be day. You should be taking the fifth. Take the fifth. What's the matter with you? Frank, what is the matter with you?
Am I a defendant?
No.
Is this a court of law?
No.
Am I under arrest?
You are not.
Well, then I'm walking out.
Now finally he walks.
You cannot walk out of a congressional hearing. That is contempt of Congress. You are